I'm sure we all had that kind of feeling inside of us before that makes us feel that we want to destroy something. For some people, it's messing up their exam, because your education is important for the future, at least that's what my parents always told me, and look where it got me. The same goes for Bakumi Moriyama, the main character of Crimsoness, a game about your inner witch and hers. She accidentally put all the answers into the wrong boxes despite being white, probably. Judging by how mad she gets at fucking up, I'm inclined to believe her that she really studied hard this time, all for nothing. Even though I think if you got an understanding teacher, they would accept it if you tell them, but she seems to hate her teacher a lot since she wishes certain things onto him. There were also a few teachers I hated in my life, but I never would have went that far. One of them passed away like 12 years ago, and it made me happy when I saw that Facebook post. I had nothing to do with her death. So what's the solution when all of your pent up rage finally wants to come out? Yep, you wanna split the earth into two, after smashing open a door to your class and running out. Oh well, you can pick between a few different things if you don't want to destroy the earth too fast, since it would also destroy you. We are all in this blue trap bubble after all. That how low tier got quote would fit the game quite well, since she certainly would have those kind of rants too. Hers would just involve way less homoerotic undertones unless she's into boys love. The game is counted as a visual novel, but the time limit makes it feel more like a flash game to me, if that makes sense. A flash game can be anything, I know, but it's the kind of game you mess around with for like 15 minutes and then it's also already over. Remember those grow games, where you have to pick things in the right combination? That would be the best possible description here too, because it's not just a linear line and you have to experiment what you can do and what you can't. Because if you mess up, you die kinda and have to restart the game because it closes itself when you die. Like going to the gym makes you meet a corpse. Why is there a corpse with only the upper body left? Because a crocodile ate the lower part of it. And what would a normal person do against a croc? Yes, smash it so you can wear it as shoes. I have a really bad case of foot fungus, so maybe I should get some so my feet can breathe more, but going out with crocs with foot fungus would probably turn people off. There's no winning. Except if you got rage. Because why should I care about the opinion of another person if I can yell at them to shut up if they tell me to go wear some real shoes so people won't have to see my foot fungus? Or even going a step further to beat them up. Don't do this in real life, obviously. Fun fact about me, I can't raise my voice really loudly except when I get jump scared in video games or jump scared in real life, but that doesn't happen often. That's the only time I can scream. If I try to raise my voice, it's just not happening. Yes, I'm somewhat of a timid mouse. Sadly, you need a lot more rage to be able to take on a crocodile, since when you try to smash it too early, you are the one getting eaten. But how do you get rage? By getting mad, obviously. Let things piss you off, gather it and suck it up like a vacuum cleaner and let it build up over time, instead of instantly using it. If you always quickly get mad, people will try to avoid you eventually. But they are way more forgiving if you only flip out very rarely. It's like the quiet kid in class who says nothing for a few months before he explodes in a fit of rage when he is at his limit and you try to avoid going to school the next day just to be on the safe side. Always stay on the nice side of them, because either they will never do anything evil because they found a friend in you, or they will at least spare you. I'm not a therapist, so don't take anything I say as an actual advice. The best way to gain rage is listening to a pretentious guy sitting in a library. Only in real life though, because most people can't stand them and eventually they will get to you with their endless blabbling. Here you stop gaining any because you probably fell asleep having to listen to him. He's a parody of the classical I am so smart despite only throwing buzzwords around, but since they sound cool, some people would actually think of my words as deep, despite them having no actual meaning to them kind of character. He is only there to waste you 3 minutes, because if those 3 minutes run out, it's over. You have to genuflect. Being forced to pray and convert to who knows. Isn't that the fun part though, not knowing? Or maybe the angry god really exists that the guy was talking about. I wouldn't call myself religious, but I do believe in something out there that we could consider a god. Otherwise it would be quite boring. The universe existing because of some dumb physics and chemical stuff that I don't understand would just be so underwhelming. The fun thing is, you can destroy the timer. You have to wait and gather all your rage before smashing the door, then beat or pretty much kill the guy on the roof who deserves it, smash the fuck out of the crocodile and do the art room, where you have to destroy one of those Roman statues. I can understand her rage here because I picked Latin in school. The other choice was French though, so I don't think I picked the wrong one. But you can't just blindly smash it. If you gather too much rage, it will put a curse on you and kill you instead. If you hit it with too little power, it will not break and give you a hint that it hurts. but does not actually hurt. So you only have to fill the meter to make it say hurt, and boom goes Julius Caesar. At least this time he gets stabbed with a fist from a cute Japanese high school girl instead of being stabbed by some brutes. That's a step forward, in my opinion. Doing this will triple your rage meter, and if you did everything else first, it will be at 255, which is the maximum you can get, I think. Now you just wait and boom, smash the hourglass and you're free from the shackles of time. If only that could also work in real life. There is not enough time. Now, what can you do without a timer? Yep, going back to the library and listen to the whole monologue of that dweeb, who then gets so nervous he dies through an heart attack. That's the whole point of being able to destroy the timer. He wanted to kill you by doing nothing, but now you killed him by doing nothing instead. What a twist of fate. Also, I have to now dock some points from the game for writing something in German, but getting it wrong. It's Auf Wiedersehen, not Auf Wiedersehen, since they mixed the E and I up. They also used a more slangy way of saying it, since you can leave out the E at the end to shorten it, and many Germans write it like that, but mostly when just talking online instead of formally. I like it though. Many of these intellectual characters in visual novels love to say random German words, and I wouldn't have it any other way. With the timer gone, you're also not under any pressure when splitting the earth into two, even if that also works fairly well normally because you only need 150 rage instead of 255. So you smash it a few times and there goes earth. Don't try this at home because I still want to live to play video games and watch anime. The true goals of why a person would want to stay alive. Who cares about family and all that if you got anime girls that will keep you alive? I can't really remember the last time I got angry except for when I was a kid and accidentally broke my fat PlayStation 2 because I kicked it with my foot. I didn't actually kick it, but just kinda pushed it with one of my small delicate feet so it fell over and it never wet a disc again. All because I lost an online match in Pro Evolution Soccer 5 in the last minute. It taught me an important lesson though. What's the point of getting mad when there's nothing to gain? If I lost in a tournament, my anger would have been more worthwhile maybe, but you should take things with grace even when you're mad. Poor PlayStation 2. I never told my parents about it. Not because I was scared of them punishing me, they would have just taken me to a repair store, I think, but because I was so embarrassed and ashamed of myself. I did have a short fuse, now you can insert a joke about how short I am here. When I was younger though, even after that, but those were about things that actually mattered to me. Every fight I got into that went physical, I started it because I got too mad. Those things are meant to happen though. It's impossible not to have those kind of moments unless you're truly alone and never interact with anyone, not even on the interwebs. You will fight with your parents, your friends, some random person on the bus because they put their backpack onto a seat that you wanted to sit on. Hopefully not too often with your hands, but just a bit of a heated argument. And some people do deserve a good fucking slap or punch to their face. But I will leave that to others nowadays. Maybe this is why I also don't really make videos about things I dislike. I just can't bring myself to waste time on things I don't enjoy. People seem to enjoy watching rage bait videos, so who am I to tell them to stop if they like it? Call me the mellow, angry video game nerd or something. Anger is an emotion that makes you feel alive, but don't take it too far. If you spend too much time with things that get you mad, you will become a miserable person. Cut some of that out if possible. I do think the game has that special feel to it that just makes it relatable despite being fairly surreal and just being a bit quirky. It's not the forced quirkiness though. Maybe the short length helps so it does not overstay its welcome. It's something that makes you think about what would happen if we let our intrusive thoughts win. What if I could actually punch someone so hard they just disappear forever and leave me alone? Kicking your dumb boss into his shrimpy balls so he becomes infertile and can't pass on his shitty seed? Don't deny it, we all had some extreme violent thoughts before, but it doesn't make us a bad person. Unless you go through with them, but don't. The art style also helps with it because it's just so raw. If you are a cool person, you have listened to Oxenman before, a song about how time changes us. And the singer of it may not be the best singer, but he just hits you right into your feels with the way he screams those lyrics. There's a cover of it by Jam Project, the group who also did the first One Punch Man opening, and while it's not bad, it just misses that raw edge that punches right into your heart. The same would apply here. You look at it and think, yep, this is cool. If it would look professional, it just wouldn't be the same. It would make you think someone just sat in their chair and drew it without feeling anything strong about it. But like this, you can feel the artist thinking, fuck this, I will scribble this shit regardless of how it comes out. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video and will have a good day, a good night, or whatever fits your time zone. I found this game on My Abandonware and it's a good little website to find some weird little games, all for the cheap price of being free. I can recommend you to just scroll through it every once in a while and maybe try out something that caught your eyes, even if many of those games have trouble running on modern PCs and require some tinkering. I really need to set up a retro PC, but my desk is already full, and having 2 desks for PC stuff will make me feel like a nerd. Maybe I am one though, so bye bye.